Welcome to Sell Like You, the ultimate sales podcast that will teach you how to make sales your superpower, transform your mindset, and in doing so, explode your sales beyond your wildest dreams. I'm Harriet Meller, and over the last 17 years, I've helped hundreds of top companies around the world, including my own, make more money and qualify more leads using simple strategies that work. In this podcast, you'll learn how I generated over 10 million in annual sales, along with the sales techniques, processes, and tools that will work for you to generate more dream-aligned clients and scale your business beyond what you thought was possible. If you're sick of the boring, outdated, and pushy sales tactics of the past, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Hello, and welcome back to the Sell Like You podcast with me, Harriet Meller. And today's episode is all about lead generation and the different ways that we can find information and build out our prospecting list. Now, there is so many tools, there's so many AI options now with sales, and I really want to bring to you a couple of things that we're seeing and what we're using in our business and also for our clients. Now, there's a couple of pieces of technology which I'm going to share and reference today. You can absolutely find alternatives to these in the market. And also check to see whether your CRMs don't already offer this or that you haven't already paid for something internally within your organization. We don't want to duplicate that spend. We already spend enough on tools and CRMs and systems. So when it comes to our lead generation efforts, we've still got, Google, we've still got replication of ideal clients. If you're not sure how to do that, go and check out one of our earlier episodes on replicating ideal clients, as well as the table and tool that you can use. So that's looking within, that's saying who would we like to find more of? And then we go to Google or we go to LinkedIn and we find it. Now in LinkedIn, a lot of people use Sales Navigator. I personally don't use Sales Navigator. And if I've got clients that are using it, we will look at who they're trying to find and what they're trying to uncover within those opportunities, and then how they're going to use Sales Navigator in that sequence. Now, I find that we use Pipedrive to track all of our opportunities. So again, in your CRMs, HubSpot, Salesforce, I think Monday do them now, or whatever you're using, you can still create your lead lists within your CRM or your prospect target list within your CRM. If you want to, you can even use an Excel spreadsheet. I'm not precious when it comes to how we track. It's just important that we do track. So when we're thinking then about the other stages, so we've got LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn integrates with a lot of your CRMs. We use, as I mentioned, Pipedrive, and any of our LinkedIn messages and DMs will automatically come into our Pipedrive. I love that about the platform. So that allows us to keep track. Now, if you don't have that, or if you don't want to connect that in because you don't know what else is going to be being communicated in LinkedIn, then you can absolutely copy the message, bring it in. And we also want to make sure we've got email and phone number, because then that creates a real true profile in your CRM, so that if you lose that connection or if you move on, then the business is then going to be able to track that. Or as a business leader, I would want to stipulate that happens, because that's happening on work time. We want to make sure we're capturing all of that data and information into our CRM. Now, outside of LinkedIn, I've talked before about Lucia, but Lucia is the first tool that I'm going to mention. Now, Lucia, Zoom Info, I also think that Salesforce and HubSpot have their own version, but Lucia integrates and plugs into LinkedIn, and then it will also integrate and plug in with most of the CRM systems that are being used in the industry today. Now, Lucia is a way that you can find phone numbers and email addresses and details of different titles within an organization if it's available in the internet. Now, Zoom Info will do the same thing, and so will these other tools. Now, the way that we use Lucia is that we find the people we want on LinkedIn, and then we connect that with Lucia. We capture the emails and phone numbers, we put them into Pipedrive, and then we communicate with them. Okay. We are offering higher ticket solutions. So that for me makes sense. And for organizations we work with that are dealing in the SaaS, cybersecurity or technology platforms, it makes a lot of sense, because we're not necessarily dealing with $1,000 deals. If you are, then you may want to find a quicker way to do that. Or if you're happy with that process, by all means, give that one a go. So with Lucia, we use Lucia to capture emails and phone numbers. We link that into our LinkedIn account. And so we will use LinkedIn to search people we want to connect with. We use Lucia to find contact details. So it means we can use email, phone, and LinkedIn. that will allow us then to pull all that data and put that into our CRM. Okay, so that's how we use Lucia integrated with LinkedIn. Now, another way of using Lucia is you can go into Lucia and capture or create lead lists. And so in there, you can search size of organization, year established, industry, job title, etc. And it will create lists for you. And then if you want to pull all of those off and put them into your CRM, then you absolutely can do. And then it will just use your credits. So essentially, Lucia, same as Zoom Info, and there's other things in, I think, HubSpot and Salesforce that will allow you to be able to connect information into your CRM system. They basically scour the internet. They'll find email addresses and phone numbers. If they're available, they will be available to you as a credit on these platforms. Now, I think Lucia used to do a free option. I think it was like 3 credits a month. Otherwise, it's about $40 a month to use it to get about 400 credits. So it's pretty good. Like I think it's very well priced and is pretty accurate from how much we've used it within the team. We've got 3 or 4 people that use it now. We've got a lot of clients that use it. Some of our clients, if they're struggling to find contact details, I will check it out for them, and then they'll then end up using the platform. I'm not affiliated with Lucia, but it's just the best one that I found that we use and we recommend to our clients. So Lucia will allow you to capture data and information. And I know that that's probably one of the hardest things to do, is to capture email addresses and phone numbers. Emails are probably easier to find nowadays, but mobile phone numbers are definitely gold. So using Lucia or something similar to that will allow you to capture that. Now, the another platform which we are using is called Apollo. Now, Apollo captures intent data. Now, intent data is data where we found people are searching for a term that links back to your business. So if I wanted to find people that are searching for sales training, I would put sales training as the search term. I would choose my industries and the people, and then that will then give me a list. Now, again, paying for a platform. I think they have a free option, but that will give you insights into what people are searching and then what organizations. Now, it won't tell you who from that organization, so it won't say Harriet from your sales co is searching, but it will share with you the organization, and then from there you can find the ideal person based on who you would normally deal with, and then you could reach out to them and add some value. Now, what I don't recommend doing is using that data and saying, hey, I saw that you were searching for sales training, I wanted to give you a call. I would rather connect with them on LinkedIn, gather their data through Lucia or Apollo, depending on the type of subscription you've got, and then we then reach out to them and add some value. So the aim here, if we think about the way that marketing works, is that marketing works to have these touch points that you can then refer to so that you're seeing them time and time again. So subconsciously, you're seeing them on repeat. And then when it comes to being like, oh, I really need a new platform for this, they come up straight away. We want to do the same thing for you. So if you think about, if I really wanted a burger and I kept seeing adverts for, I think Perth, like we've just got Betty's Burger. I think it's fairly newish. Again, not a big takeaway kind of gal. So I don't know whether it's been here forever and I'm just old news. But for example, if I saw Betty's Burger on my way to work, and then I saw it on my way to a meeting, and then I saw it on the back of a bus, and then I saw it on something else, and then I was being fed ads through my Instagram whilst I scrolled videos of dogs, then I would then see that on repeat. And then when I go, I really fancy a burger, the first person or the first business I'm going to think of is Betty's Burgers. So as an example, we want to do that with your brand and with your business and with your team's help. You can do that really effectively. So if we know that the potential of somebody within that organization is searching, now be mindful there will be people searching for their competitors. So just be mindful about, use your common sense. And apparently that's not so common anymore, but use common sense around what businesses are searching for that, and obviously do your due diligence. If they fit your profile, then you can add them on LinkedIn, you can capture their data, and then you can look to add value. So what we teach a lot of our clients, and also within our Tech Sales Accelerator program, is we teach how to reach out, the communication to use to reach out, and then leveraging collateral use cases, white papers, ebooks, reports, etc., to support people. So that's the way I would approach it. And then if you can do that along with LinkedIn, along with the fact that they've been Googling, it's all going to form this bigger picture. And then you may just be there, right place, right time. And then if not, we follow up on our outbound communication with a phone call if we haven't already, and look at finding out a little bit more about how they're currently doing things within their business, whether it's software, whether it's security, whether it's tech support. And we go out there and we have those conversations. So there's some of the key platforms. So as I've mentioned today, we've got LinkedIn in there, we've got Lucia, and then we've got Apollo. We plug all of that data into Pipedrive. We know that without having that data in Pipedrive, it's almost not worth doing. Because if we don't get anywhere within those first 1 or 2 outreaches, we've still got 6 or 7 more to go in terms of outreach and opportunity driving and adding value. And the only way we can do that effectively with the large volume of outreach that we do and that we support our clients in doing, we need to capture that data, update our notes, and then add in our activities to ensure that we are on track and that we never let that go. And then as you start collating that data from Lucia, you're paying for those credits. Make sure they go into your profile so that you are into the profile within your CRM so that you're never missing out on data. And you can always come back to that. Let's say you have a conversation with somebody, not quite the right time. We can always revisit because we've got the data to go back to. So there's a few areas that I would recommend adding in or exploring if you haven't already. It's a great place to start. You can do it fairly efficiently and also cost effectively, which is really important when we start seeing our subscriptions rise. And then a little top tip is to start reviewing your subscriptions when it comes to selling every quarter. So we review the technology we're using, we use the app, we review the apps that we're using, and we look at our spend so that we can analyze and either add or remove as we start to see things either progress or we start to see them drop off within our organization. So I hope that's giving you some ideas for how you can go to market more effectively and more efficiently, how you can gather data, and whether you want to pass this on to your team or share it with somebody else that's looking to grow their business. It really helps us in driving awareness and supporting more businesses, which is essentially what this podcast is all about. So thank you for being here. Happy selling. Thank you for tuning into the Sell Like You podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review and be sure to subscribe to never miss another one. A huge thank you to Vitality House for hosting today's recording, and I look forward to being back into your ears soon.